This is page 86 in the textbook. Let's take a look at this first example. They're introducing the concept of a triplet eighth note. Triplet eighth note is basically 3/8 that takes the space of one quarter note. So this is what a triplet eighth note looks like. And I like to count it thusly: 1/0 let, which comes from triplet. We add the O so that we have 3 syllables. So each triplet eighth note has a syllabic representation. If we look at the example here, it's in 4/4 time. There's a pickup measure, which means we're going to start from the last beat of the previous measure, which is beat 4. So if I write it in the counting, it's going to look like this: 4/0 let 1, 2, 3, 4/0 let 1, 2, 3, and continues in the same manner until the last measure where we have 1, 2, and 3. Notice the last measure doesn't contain the 4th beat because the 4th beat is represented in the pickup bar. Let's start off with clapping and counting the rhythm to make sure we have a thorough understanding of the rhythm. 1, 2, 3. 4/0 let 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3. Now let's take a look at how to play this. We'll start with the left hand. If you look at the fingerings, it's always the same pattern, starting on 2nd finger. In the beginning, it starts on the note C. So we have this: 4/0 let, which is just 2, 3, 2. Then we're going to go up to the note F and do the same pattern: 2, 3, 2. Then we go back down to the same C and do the same pattern: 4/0 let. Then it goes down to a G, and we do the same pattern, always starting with 2nd finger: 4/0 let. There's an F sharp there, so it's a half step. Back to C, same thing. Back up to F, same pattern. And then up to G, same pattern. And then the ending goes back to the C, but this time they're not triplets, it's just eighths. So let's try the left hand by itself. Here we go. 1, 2 on C. 4/0 let 1. Now move to F. 4/0 let 1. Down to C. 4/0 let 1. Down to G. 4/0 let 1. Back up to C. 4/0 let 1. Up to F. 4/0 let 1. Up to G. 4/0 let 1. Down to C, 4, 1, 2, and 3. Feel free to try that a few times with me, just by rewinding the video. And now we're going to do the right hand. So the right hand starts on C, also 2nd finger, okay? And then it goes up to F, also 2nd finger. Then back to C, also 2nd finger. Then down to a GB, major third. We can use 1, 3 there. Then it goes back to C, 2nd finger. Back to F, 2nd finger. Then up to G, and you could also use 2nd finger as here as well. Or if you wanted to, you could use your thumb. But I'm going to suggest 2nd finger, 2, 3, 4, 2, 5 on the last C. Let's try the right hand by itself, starting 2nd finger on middle C. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, up to F. 1, 2, 3, down to C. 1, 2, 3, down to GB. 1, 2, 3, back to C. 1, 2, 3, back to F. 1, 2, 3, up to G. 2, 3, 2, 5. Do that a few times, and when you're comfortable, we can put it all together. This is actually really easy because our second fingers are always together. So if you just use your pointer fingers, your second fingers, they start on C, they go to F, they go back to C, and then they go down to G, back to C, back to F, up to G, and then ends. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2, O, let, 3, O, let, 4, O, let, 1, now to F, 4, O, let, 1, back to C, 4, O, let, C, back down to G, down to the chord, back to C, 4, O, let, 1, 2, up to F, 4, O, let, 1, 2, 3, up to G, 4, O, let, 1, down to C, 4, 1, and 2, and 3. That's how that goes. Once you get that comfortable, you can take it a little faster, and it may sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, O, let, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3. Let's take a look at the bottom of page 86 now. Notice that this first example, example A, is notated in the bass clef, so this is going to be played with the left hand. Let's take a look at some of the details. We have two sharps indicating that we are in the key of D major, so let's write that, D major. And let's take a look at the fingering here. So for the fingering, we're going to start on fifth finger, then third finger, then we have our thumb. And actually I'll do this underneath since the other fingers are underneath the notes. So 5, 3, 1. Then we're going to cross over. So notice how it's outlining a D major triad. 5, 3, 1, and then you're going to cross over to third finger on B. Well, where does that come from? Well, it comes from your D major scale. So if you play your D major scale, then you'll be able to play this whole thing. All it's doing is it's skipping some notes, but it's just a D major scale. Nevertheless, I'm going to circle the shifts so that it's easier to know. And you can even go through and write in all the fingerings like I am doing here. Oh, actually, second finger there. I'm also going to write in the cautionary accidentals, which is the F sharp here, as well as the C sharp. Okay. This just makes it easier for me to play without having to think about what the accidentals are. Okay. Now let's try this slowly. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 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 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Now let's take a look at the next example. This is for the right hand. Okay. We have 1 sharp, which indicates that we're in the key of G major. Again, it outlines a G major triad, but in this case, it is kind of outlining the scale crossover as well. Even though it's G major, it's actually having us do fingerings for D major scales. Okay, so without the C sharp. So I'll write in the fingering here. We have 5. I'll do it in red. 3 1 3 1 3 5. I'll circle the shifts. 5 3 1 3 2 1 2 1 2 3 shift 1 2 3 4 5 3 1, and I'll also annotate the cautionary accidentals on the F sharps. Now let's try it. So we're in G4 position. We're going to cross down third finger to F sharp when appropriate. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 this should be a third finger, not a first finger. Okay, and that's page 86. I'll see you in the next video.